coming out here after 30 years, yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Man, big shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. Appreciate the love, appreciate the support. Y'all been rocking with me, man, with these 33 years worth of prison stories, man. So I got a treat for y'all today, man. This might be a 2 or 3 part series, man, because it's so much information and so much stuff I know about this dude, because I was around him for a while, man, and man, he got a heck of a story, man. So I'm gonna introduce y'all today, man, to Southside block, man. Richmond, stand up, Richmond, man. This cat here, woo! When I tell you he cut from a different cloth, he cut from a different cloth, and Y'all from Richmond, y'all should know I'm talking about. Southside block. I don't really want to say his name because I don't even know how that really goes yet. I'm new to this, but I'm true to this. Everything I say is actual and factual, but I just say Russell G. So y'all know who I'm talking about if you from Richmond. So, man, Southside, man, Richmond at that. But, yeah, Big Block, man, is a penitentiary legend, man, to say the least. Trust and believe that. I can remember when I first met him, man. I met him. I left the wall and I went to Augusta. And I wanna say 88, maybe 88 or 89. So I go to Augusta and I meet Block, man. I meet Block. And he a little short dude, man. I'm short, you know, kind of. You know, I'm 5'7.5". Block probably like 5'6". You know, way bigger than me. Wide, kind of chubby, but he thick. Is I don't know what, but he got a little belly with it. But he's strong as a bull, man. I'm talking about strong. He bench press over 400 pounds. So, you know, and believe it or not, he kind of heavy like that. He still was a heck of an athlete, man. He could play football. Man, we used to have football games in the penitentiary, man. Block played running back, man. Block will run you over, man, like Jerome Bettis. Please believe that, man. So, yeah, he was an athlete, athletic for his size, you know what I'm saying, that'll surprise you, right? But, man, the dude had a heart big as Texas, man. He was, and I know I keep saying this to y'all, and I don't want y'all to think I'm just saying this just to be saying this, but I mean this, because when I run across one of the stories that I tell y'all that this don't apply to, I will tell you that it don't apply to. Just like Bo Billy, I told y'all, Bo Billy was really not a nice dude. But man, actuality, man, Block is a nice dude, man. He is a good dude, man. But he got that switch in him, man. When he cut that switch on, man, it's ball game. I mean, it's ball game. He do not care. He has zero remorse, zero tolerance. When he snap out, he is gone. You know, and I have seen it dealing with him several times, man. One particular incident I can recall off the top of my head was, I think this may have been one of the first ones that I actually witnessed. You know, it's several stories about Block, but one of them that I actually witnessed, one of the first ones was we go in the, you know, in the chow hall. In prison, you go in the chow hall, they call that the kitchen, the chow hall, whatever, and you get in line to get your food. As we in line getting the food, you go from, you know, you basically behind this bar and this wall, and you go around the little section and you get your food. Inmates are putting the food on the tray. Now, most of the time, they've been directed at how much food to put on the tray, how many proportions or whatever. But sometime in there, they do what they want to do. And then some dudes be giving you less than what you're supposed to have. Some dudes may give you more. But when they give you less in prison, they call that shaking the spoon. You know, dudes be like, stop shaking the spoon on me, man. You ain't give me what I'm supposed to get, you know, woo, woo, woo. So that, you know, that right there could cause all types of drama, all types of problems right there. But what had happened this time was The dude put something on Block tray that Block felt like he didn't get enough of. So Block said something about it, and the dude got smart. Block asked him, do you know who you talking to? He said, I don't give a F who I'm talking to, woo, woo, woo. Block shoved the tray back up in his chuck hole and just walked on out. The dude started hollering profanity, saying this, that, and the third to him, you know, hollering. Block just left on out the kitchen. So most people assume Block just left, was going back to the building. They would be wrong, you know. Block went around the building. Man, you know, we in prison. Block went around the building to the back of the kitchen as if he worked in the kitchen. Got them to open the door, went in there, and walked all the way around and went online where the dude was serving the food and commenced to beating the dog doodle out the stew, man. All you heard was bang-a-ling-a-ling, boom, bop, boom, 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 boom. Block done went in the kitchen and went in the back to get this dude, man, for running his mouth, man. It was crazy. It was epic, man. Everybody get up and run over there. They trying to look. People is looking, seeing what's going on. They like, man, Block done went in the kitchen, you know. And dude was like, man, that dude know better than talk to Block, man. He must not know who Block is. Block went in the kitchen and whooped the dude, man. And the police had to go in there, man, run down on him, man, get him up off of him. Take him on in the back, locked him up, man. He ain't care. You know, he ain't care. He just one of them type of dudes. Like I say, he got that switch in his head. When he go, he gone, you know. And then, like I say, most dudes, man, I guess that's a theme in prison, kind of like when you got these dudes, this, if you really get to know them and they got, I mean, you get close to them, they got good personalities and they good dudes, but you'll see them do some off the wall crazy stuff and you'll be like, is this the same dude? I guess that's just a way they have adapted to live in prison, because you in an environment that you just got to have that in you. If you ain't got it in you, you're not gonna survive. I mean, that's just factual. You're not gonna survive. You can make it a, you know, year or 2 or 3 or something if you can slide up out of prison. But if you got to do a significant amount of time, oh, you got to have that go button on you. You got to have it on you, because it can come at you at any time. People bring drama to you, man, for no fault of your own, no reason at all, just because whatever they got going on with their life, whatever they got going on, period. But you may have to face that type of drama or violence at any given day. Any given day, at any given time, morning, noon, or night. So you got to always have that button on you, like, I'm ready for whatever. You know, and Block was just one of them type of dudes. He was ready for whatever, and he's gonna show up and show out every time did it jump off, you know. So, like I said, that's just one of the incidents, maybe the first one I remember with him. He talked with like he talked like with a little lisp. He got a thick tongue. He like, yeah, man, you know, yeah, that's what's up. And he be biting his tongue a lot. But that's how he talked, right? But like I say, he was a super cool dude, man. But he stayed in the hole, man, because he gonna fight at the drop of a dime. He gonna do whatever it takes, you know, whenever it takes. And he don't care nothing about going to segregation. You got certain dudes on population, man, that's their livelihood. That's just like, you know, I mean, it's the equivalent to being out here in the free world and going to jail, you know. That's how it is when you on population. You consider yourself in the free penitentiary world, and when you go to segregation, you going to jail. So he had, you know, most people are on the street. Like you say, you don't want to go to jail. Block had no problem with going to jail. Block would go to jail at the drop of a dime. It didn't matter if it was the police. It didn't matter if it was a convict. It didn't matter if it was a female. If you ran afoul of him, man, or pissed him off, you gonna catch his wrath. Straight up. I mean, verbally, if you lucky, verbally. But if not, physically. He just had that go button, man. I remember another time he was in the hole. He was in segregation. And man, this dude's off the chain, man. This man's in segregation. So something is wrong with his window. So the maintenance people go in there to do maintenance on his window or his bed. I think it was his bed. They go in there to do maintenance on one or the other, his bed or his window. So when you in segregation, like I say, you are removed from population. You don't even come out your cell without no handcuffs on. So they had to handcuff him, bring him outside of his cell, take him down and put him in the shower, lock him in the shower while they do work on his cell. So they do that. When they finish, they go and get him, bring him back, put him in his cell, lock the door, leave. They I guess you would say, made a big faux pas, because in doing all of that, they messed around and left a real live sledgehammer in his cell. On mistake. They forgot the hammer. The reason they remembered that they forgot the hammer, because within 5 to 10 minutes, all you heard was kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. Block is in the inside of his cell, beating the door down with the sledgehammer, man. Beating the door down, man. Boom, boom, man. It's like, it seemed like 100 police, man, but all the police come running to the block, man, running up in there, running up to his cell, trying to figure out what's going on, what's this loud commotion, and Block got the hammer, man. And the first thing they say is, look, we gonna open this slide, put the hammer out, put the hammer out. Man, Block say, F you, come get it. F you, come get it. You know, I mean, man, you can't make this stuff up, man. Them people was terrified because they already know that he ain't playing, number one. Number two, they already know that he rough and rugged and he bought that life. And now he got a major weapon. Man, they was stuck, man. They was stuck. They didn't know what to do. They trying to negotiate with him. They done sent officer after officer, supervisor after supervisor. Look, you know, let us get the hammer, man. You ain't gonna get no charge. We just want the hammer, man. Can you get, man? F you, come get it. I told y'all ain't getting nothing. You ain't no believing in here. Come get it. Yeah, y'all want to play? Come get it. Man, they was terrified, man. But, man, they negotiated with Block, man, for hours, man. Hours and hours, man. Until Block just went ahead on and gave him the hammer, man. And told him, man, I was just messing with y'all. I know y'all was scared. I know you won't come here and get it anyway. I know you won't come here and get this hammer. Man, I'm telling you, man, this dude was wild, man. And he just took it, man, to another level whenever he wanted to, man. He'll snap in and out of, you know, viciousness to happiness, to laughing, to he angry. That's just how he was. That was his personality. You know what I'm saying? That was his personality, man. I have seen him, man, in many different facets, man. Many different facets, man. But like I say, man, you would have to really know him to know the dynamics of him. Somebody who don't know him, man, they better approach him real cautiously, man. If he like you, he gonna rock with you. If he don't like you, man, he gonna let you know off the rip. He don't. I mean, no pun intended. He do bite his tongue. He bite his tongue a lot when he talking. When he get mad, he bite his tongue too. There's two people I know that bite their tongue when they get mad. Him and Bo Billy. You know, so I don't know what that, you know, what type of sign it is, but Block, he bite his tongue, but he'll tell you in a minute, man, I'll get on away from me, man. I don't even like you, man. I don't even like you. So it ain't nothing fake about it. He gonna let you know where he coming from, and if he like you, he like you. If he don't, he don't. You know, yeah, man. So that's when I'm meeting him, you know, at Mecklenburg, in them Mecklenburg days, man. No, we end up going to Mecklenburg. We end up being in Mecklenburg. I got ahead of myself. We going to Mecklenburg. I'm gonna tell you that a little later. But right now, we are at Augusta, and this is one of the craziest incidents with him. Now, mind you, I'm from DC, so Block from Richmond. We was cool. We got cool. Me and him always had a good rapport. He cool with a lot of dudes from DC that I knew of, right? And like I say, he's a dude to get along with. If you thorough and you a real dude, it's easy to get along with him. And he, like I say, he a good guy. But at this particular time on Augusta, for whatever reason, DC was beefing with Richmond. And if I remember correctly, I know it was about one of my homeboys named Mayo. My homeboy named Mayo, man, bless his heart, man. Bless shout out Mayo, man. Mayo was like the version of some type of version of Bo Billy, man. Mayo always started trouble. Always started trouble, man. He just a trouble starter. He always gonna start something. He don't know. He had no filter on his mouth. He gonna always say something. Well, to the best of my recollection, man, he had started some type of drama with somebody from Richmond. Now, back at this time, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I don't know what goes on the street in Richmond. I had this conversation with a dude the other day, but I do know for a fact, for me being there, I'm speaking from fact and experience. I know in that penitentiary, especially in them early 80s and 90s, them Richmond dudes, man, they was the epitome of sticking together. They was the epitome of sticking together. You mess with one of them, you mess, man, it was like a game. Because you mess, man, you gonna be beefing with all the Richmond. And they had the numbers in there. The biggest numbers in prison at that time was Richmond and Tidewater. You know, DC was the minute version. We was the smallest group in the penitentiary, you know, as far as in Virginia. But some type of way, man, Mayo done created this beef, man. Now the dudes is beefing. So a couple of dudes from Richmond have said something, and a couple of dudes from DC have said something. There is this all-out tension that's going on between DC and Richmond. Now, everybody's walking around, you know, strapped, you know, and ready for war and mean mugging, but ain't nobody doing nothing. Everybody's just tense. They hoping it die down. Don't nobody really want to do nothing, but everybody's prepared to do whatever may happen. So while all this is going on for probably about, man, a week, man, we go in the kitchen, and man, we in the kitchen this day, man, and somebody had said something about Richmond, or he heard the word Richmond. So Block coming through the line, and when Block get through the line with his tray, he looking for somewhere to sit. Almost all the tables filled. When the tables is filled, people be waiting for people to finish eating and get out, but dudes is sitting there eating and dudes is steady talking. You know, and when they finish eating, they trying to socialize. So they should be getting their trays up and leaving. So I guess with all the tension going on between DC and Richmond, and Block not being able to find a seat, Block being Block, Block just said, man, won't y'all MFs get up and leave up out here if y'all already finished eating, man? Get up, man, and leave somebody a table, man. And then somebody said something, man, this was like a whisper or something, man. Said, man, go ahead on, man. Man, Block say, man, you know what? Boom! Pushed all the trays off of the first table that was by him, man. Dudes just stood up and looked at him like, what's up? Man, Block got up and stood up on the table and say, F all you niggas from DC, y'all wanna rumble, let's go. And threw the tray at the dude, man, my homeboy from DC. And man, that was it, man. It popped off like a jack in the box. Man, everybody's fighting, knives coming out, dudes is running, scrambling, police coming. It's just total chaos. Man, it's like a scene from out of a movie, man. It's like a scene from Gangs. What's the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio? Gangs in New York. I mean, it's just like cluster fighting, and dudes is scrambling, dudes trying to pick sides, dudes trying to see who with who. You know, the numbers don't match up. It's crazy. So the police is coming there, so the police is involved. Dudes is fighting all outside till they get outside of the kitchen. Man, there the police is coming deep, super deep. They coming with weapons and nightsticks and all this. So man, dudes is still rumbling. They rumbling. Some dudes even make it to the yard. They rumbling. All of this just popped off because of all the tension that had been going on. And then Block just being Block. Block said, man, ain't no more talking. Let's get it. You know, let's get it. And we was getting it. You know what I'm saying? So it was crazy. I'm caught up in the middle because I ain't never been with no type of get with, I call it like a get with beef, you know, where you just get with it because of this. I'm not gonna be beefing with somebody just because I'm from DC or vice versa. But at the same time, I am from the city, and you're not just gonna walk up to me and then tell me F DC because you basically saying F me, and then yeah, I'm gonna have a problem with that. But just because, you know, I'm from DC don't mean I don't like Richmond, or I don't like Tidewater. I ain't never lived like that. I live personally. If you bring the beef to me, then we got a beef. If you ain't bringing it to me, then it ain't my business. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we went, and that's how we rolled. But the DC dudes that I was in there with, every one of them 100% thorough. Every one of them trained to go. Every one of them gonna put that work in when it's called for. That's just how it was. We didn't have the numbers, but we had the heart, you know, and they knew that. Everybody knew that. But like I said, at that time too, Richmond had mad numbers, and they had mad killers, and they had mad dudes that'll put work in as well. So it just was an ugly, ugly situation, man. An ugly situation. But man, it's a couple of dudes got hurt, man. A couple of dudes got poked up. Niggas got their head split open. You know, dudes went to medical. It was some stuff going on, man. You know, I don't want to get deep into that because it's still got to be some feelings left up in that because dudes got hurt. You don't recover from getting stabbed. You don't recover from, you know, getting marks put on you. So that's real. That's gonna last forever. You know what I'm saying? But I just remember that incident, man. It jumped off because of Block just was not going for everybody just walking around looking at each other, just mean mugging each other. Block say, nah, if it's going down, it's going down. So he set it off, man. He set it off. That just was the type of dude he was, man. He was just, like I say, a go hard little dude, man. And pound for pound, when you look at him and you see how short he is and everything, and you saying, shh, he won't nothing to be played with. Please believe me, he was nothing to be played with, man. But yeah, man, and all of this going on with Block, everything that I told you so far, and I'm quite sure is more things that happened with him that I could recall if I recollect in my memory. But I just want to put you in a frame of mind of what type of dude you dealing with. Now, with that being said, I'm getting ready to tell you something that should make you even more in awe about this dude. He doing all of that I just mentioned and then some, as he's waiting for a pardon from the governor. As he's waiting for a pardon from the governor. This man has a chance of going home. To my understanding, he is locked up with life plus for a murder. And he's waiting on a pardon from the governor because it was some foul stuff that went on with his trial, with his case. So you would think that someone is waiting for the possibility to overturn a life sentence, to possibly go back on the street, would be living, you know, trouble and drama free. Not Block. It would not be Block. It would not be Block, man. So yeah, I just wanted to paint that picture for y'all, man. And I see I'm gonna hit you with a part 2, and I'm gonna tell y'all about this waiting for the pardon. I'm gonna tell y'all the things that happened with the pardon. So yeah, man. So Southside, man, y'all stand up, man. Real penitentiary legend, straight out of Richmond, man. Block, man. So shout out to Block, man. And everybody who know him, everybody who rock with him, man. Shout out to Richmond, man. The Big R. Y'all showed me some love when I was down there this past week, man, for the Rock Project, you know. So yeah, man, more things to come. Part 2, stay tuned for part 2, man, for Big Block, man, Southside Block, man. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Stay tuned. Y'all probably gonna see part 2 right after this one, or either the next day, because I'm gonna put it together like that. But Yeah, man, shout out to Block, man, and shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound. Shout out to everybody that support me. Let's get them numbers up, man. If you watching this and you ain't subscribed, please take the time just to hit that subscribe button. Subscribe, man, and share this with your friends. Share this with other people, man, so we can get this movement going on. But most of all, like I say, man, it's always, man, a lesson in these stories, man. It's a lesson in every blessing. You know, it's a blessing in every lesson. That, you know, you can be in that penitentiary, man, and you could be going through these type of things too. And see, that's the lesson, because you out here right now, if you watching this, you out here in this free world. Trust me, it get ugly in there, real ugly, and no one can help you. No one but yourself, man. You in there, you on your own. And that ain't a life that you want to live. But it's also a life that you got a choice about living by the choices that you make while you out here in the free world now. So, man, do the right thing, man. Make the right choice, man. Be safe, be smart, make good decisions, man. Stay blessed, stay free, and I'll catch y'all next time, man. Peace.
The Banky special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.